So today's video is another video in the Hachette Disney Crochet Granny Square Blanket series, and today we will be moving on to issue 54, which is the Coco Festival Flower Square, which is this one just here. We need 6 different colour yarns for this square. I've got the white ready here as we're actually using this one as one of the colours for the square as well as the border, so we will be including this one this time. We've also got the black, the hot pink, vanilla, paprika and fuchsia. We're starting off with the vanilla, so if you'd like to go ahead and make a slip knot with your vanilla and put it onto your 4mm hook, we shall get going. So I've got my slip knot on my hook and we're making 6 chains. So bring your yarn around the back, over the front of your hook and pull it through the loop that's already on your hook. You've made 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We're then going to count back to the first chain that we made, and we are going to make a slip stitch into that one. So you've got your first V underneath your hook, which is your first chain. There's number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we're going into that first one that we made, making a loop and pulling it through. You've got 2 loops on your hook, and then pull that through the loop that's already on your hook. We're now going to chain 1, and then we are going to be doing double crochets into the center of our ring. So you can pinch both sides and pull that one apart to see the center of where you're going to be stitching into. Now I'm not going to tell you exactly how many double crochets we'll be doing into the ring due to the copyright with these patterns, but I will do a few with you. So go in through the center, pull up a loop so you've got 2 on your hook, yarn over and pull through both and you've done 1. Back in through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, there's 2. Back in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, you've done 3. If you do the exact amount that it says that you need to do under round 1 of the magazine, I'll show you where we need to go from there. So I've done the amount of double crochets that I need to do. We then need to fasten off with a slip stitch into our first double crochet. So if you look at the start, I've got a V just here. So I'm going to go in through that one. It keeps going blurry for some reason. There we go. I'm going to go in through that one, pull up a loop and pull that one through the loop that's already on my hook, and there we've completed the ring. You can fasten off this colour now. We're going to be using the paprika from now on, and you can join it to any one of your double crochet stitches that we've just done. So I've joined my paprika yarn, and under round 2 we need to chain 2. So there's 1 chain and 2 chain. We then want to do a treble into the same stitch. So yarn over around the back, and we're going into the same stitch. So go in through, pull up a loop, you've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We then need to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to treble 2 together into the next stitch. So yarn over into your next, pull up a loop, you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over again and back in through the same stitch. You've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. After that we want to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're just going to repeat that going around now, the treble 2 together followed by the chain 2. So yarn over into your next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, you've got 4 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. That's the treble 2 together, and then chain 2. So if you want to repeat the treble 2 together followed by the chain 2 going all the way around, I'll meet you at the end of the round. I've gone all the way around, I've done as many treble two togethers as it says to in the book, and then finished with 2 chains. And for our last stitch, we want to finish off with a slip stitch into the first treble. So we're ignoring the chains that we did at the beginning. You want the V on top of the first treble we did, which is, you've got your chains here, and then you've got your treble just beside it. So we're going into the top of that one. And we're doing a slip stitch. So we're pulling it through and pulling it through again. You can fasten off your paprika colour, and now you want to join yarn C to any of the 2 chain space. So we'll be using the white and join it to any of your gaps going around. So I've added my white to one of my spaces, and we need to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're doing a treble into that same space. So yarn over into that space and pull up a loop, and you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're then chaining 1, and then we want to do a treble 2 together into the same space. So just like the stitches we did in the last round, yarn over into the same space, pull up a loop, you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over back into that same space, pull up a loop, you've got 4 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. We're then going to into the next space, treble 2 together, chain 1, treble 2 together. So moving on to the next space, yarn over into the next, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, pull up a loop if I can get it on my hook. There we go. We've got 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we've done 1 treble 2 together into that one space so far. We then need to chain 1. Another treble 2 together in the same space now. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over back into your space, pull up a loop, you've got 4 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. So you can see here in that one space you've done a treble 2 together, a 1 chain space and a treble 2 together. We'll just do 1 more. Yarn over into your next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over back in through the space, pull up a loop, you've got 4 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, and now we need to chain 1. And another treble 2 together in that space, yarn over, into your space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over back into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. So continue all the way around with a treble 2 together, chain 1, treble 2 together in every single space, and I will meet you at the end of the round. I've just done my last treble 2 together, chain 1, treble 2 together, and now we're finishing off with a slip stitch in our first treble, which is this one just here. You've got your chains here and then you've got your stitch beside it, so we're going into the top of that one. So go in through and do your slip stitch, and then that's the end of round 3. For round 4, we're going to be using yarn D, which is the hot pink. So if you want to go ahead and join that yarn D to any of your 1 chain spaces, remember it is not, so you've got a space here essentially, which your treble 2 togethers are coming out of, and then there's a space in between them. That is the space you want to go into. Well, if I move it, I've got a space here. There's 2 treble 2 togethers above it, and in between is a 1 chain space. So go in through any of those and join your hot pink yarn. Moving on to the hot pink. Now I do know that this colour probably won't look quite right on camera because it's too bright for the camera to be able to process, but we shall see how we go. So I'm putting my hook on and we're starting round 4. So we want to chain 2, 1 and 2. We then want to do 3 half trebles into the same space that we've just joined our stitches to. So yarn over, into that same space, pull up a loop, you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, yarn over into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3, we've done 2, yarn over, same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and we've done our 3 half trebles. We now want to do 4 half trebles in every 1 chain space going all the way around. You will notice in the magazine that there's a slight error because it says do 4 half trebles in each of the next amount. I'm not telling you exactly how many. 2 chain spaces. They aren't 2 chain spaces, they're 1 chain spaces. So I'm presuming it still means the 1 chain space between each treble 2 together, which I just showed you just a second ago. So we're doing 4 half trebles into each of those. So yarn over, and it won't be in this space here. I've just done this one. We're not going in between those 2, we're going into the 1 chain space here. So you're skipping that many essentially. There's 1 half treble, there's 2, 3 and 4, and you just need to do that in every 1 chain space going around, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. Once you get to the end of round 4, it's saying that we need to finish off with a slip stitch into the 2nd chain. So we're not going in any of the half trebles along this time. We want the chains that we did at the beginning, which was just 2 chains. So just go and count for 1 and then 2, go into your 2nd, pull up a loop and pull it through the loop that's on your hook. We're going to be working with yarn E, the fuchsia, in the next round, and you want to join yarn E to the first half treble of any fan. So they're classing each one of these 4 stitches of half trebles as a fan of stitches, and as we go from right to left, your first stitch is always going to be the one on the right. So if you join it to the stitch at the top of the first half treble that we did, and that'll be again with using the fuchsia. So my fuchsia yarn is attached to my first half treble of one of my fans, and we're now working with round 5. So I'm going to put my hook through ready, and our first instruction is to chain 3. So yarn over, there's 1, 2 and 3. We then want to do a half, no we don't. We then want to do a treble into each of the next 3 half treble stitches. So you can see we've got 3 there, and it's just of the fan that we've got there. So a treble into each one of those stitches. So yarn over to your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 1 treble into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then into your next, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we've got the next set of 4 stitches of the next fan to complete. So as we move on, we are going to do 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and then 1 treble into each of the next 4 half trebles from the last round. So into your next, there's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then chain 3 again, 1, 2 and 3. And now we're on to our next fan with another 4 trebles. So into your next stitch, there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Continue doing that all the way around and I shall meet you at the end. So we need to do our last 3 chains. So 1, 2 and 3. And then I'm going to fasten off with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So I've got 3 chains here and I'm going to go into the 3rd one. If I can get my hook in there we go. Pull up a loop, pull it through the loop that's on your hook. You can now fasten off yarn E, the fuchsia, and join yarn F, which is your black, to the space between the 2 fans in round 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're joining the black. So I decided it was much easier just to show you how to join the black rather than do it off of camera because it's a bit complicated. So we're not joining the black to the last round. We're not joining it to the spaces in between the purple. We are not joining it to any of the stitches that we've just done in the purple or fuchsia, whichever you want to call it. We are joining the black to the previous round, which is the pink. And you want to join it to any of the spaces between the fans. So my yarn would go in there or in there. Do you see where we're going here? So I'm going to join it on camera just to show you. So I'll put my hook up through that way. And pull the yarn through. And then I'm just going to tie that yarn just so I know that that one's secure. Okay, so let's do the instructions for round 6. Now, obviously, as we're using black, this is going to be quite difficult to see. I will do my best to over-pronounce every stitch or just to zoom in and show you as much detail as I can, because I know this can be quite complicated because it's just impossible to see the stitches. But remember, our black is coming from the space in between the 2 pink fans. So I'm going in through that space. I'm pulling up a loop and your yarn should be coming from that space just there. So for round 6, we want to do a double crochet into the same space. I'm just going to slip stitch so my yarn is secure, because otherwise it will just come loose. So I'm going in through that space and then pulling up a loop. So there's 2 loops on my hook, and then yarn over and pull through both loops, and it will look like this. We then want to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. We then want to do a double crochet in the next space between fans. So we're going into this space here between the next 2 fans now. So go in through this one, pull up a loop so it looks like this, yarn over and pull through both. And your work will look like that. Chain 3 again, 1, 2 and 3. And again, space between 2 fans, go in through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, and you're just doing that all the way around, which is 3 chains and then a double crochet into the space between your 2 pink fans. I'll meet you at the end of the round. I've gone all the way around. Don't be too alarmed if it's like curling up, because mine is too. We need to finish off with a slip stitch into the first 3 chain space, so it will be the black. So go in through that space, pull up a loop and pull it straight through, and it's proper curved over like a ball now. So let's move on to round 7 and hopefully we can correct this from here. You want to chain 4. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into that 3 chain space, the line you've got going across, you want to do a double treble and 3 trebles. So for your double treble, you're yarning over twice. Go through the space, pull up a loop, you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you've done your double treble. We then need to do 3 trebles into that same space. So pull through 2, there's 1, 2, and 3. Into the next space, we're doing 6 half trebles. So yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Yarn over into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. We've done 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Into the next space, we're doing 3 trebles and 2 double trebles. So yarn over into your next space, pull through 2, there's 1 treble, there's 2, and 3. We now need to do 2 double trebles. So yarn over twice, into that same space, pull up a loop, you've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, 1 more double treble into that space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We now need to chain 2, 1 and 2. Into the next space, we're doing 2 double trebles and 3 trebles. So yarn over twice, into the next space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 2, and now 3 trebles. So yarn over once, pull through 2, pull through 2, so I've done 1, 2, and 3. 6 half trebles into the next space. So pull through all 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The next space is 3 trebles and 2 double trebles. So yarn over into the next space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, there's 1 treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's my second treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's my third treble, and now 2 double trebles. So yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, 1 more double treble, so yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, and now 2 double trebles followed by 3 trebles. So yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's our 2 double trebles. We now need to do 3 trebles. Yarn over into your space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 1 treble, there's 2 and 3. Back at the start of all of that again, 6 half trebles into the next, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. There's 1 half treble, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Into the next space, it's 3 trebles, 2 double trebles. So into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 2, and 3. Now 2 double trebles, so yarn over twice, same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, and then it's 2 double trebles followed by 3 trebles. So yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's your 2 double trebles. We now need to do 3 trebles. So yarn over, same space, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 1 treble. There's 2 and 3. 6 half trebles into the next space, so yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Your next space is 3 trebles and 2 double trebles, so yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 1, 2 and 3. Now 2 double trebles, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and 1 more, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. We then need to chain 1 and join with a double crochet in our 4th chain. So it's going to be really difficult to see here. Hopefully I can pull them apart. So you can see almost 5 different stitches there. There's 1, 2, can you see 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, these ones right at the start here are your chains. You need to count up and go in through your 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go in through, pull up a loop, you've got 2 on your hook, yarn over and pull through both. And that is the end of round 7, and you should now have a square shape, and it should look something like this. So moving on to round 8, we're chaining 3. 1, 2 and 3, and we want to do a treble into the corner space. So yarn over and pull those apart to find your corner space. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We then want to do a treble going all the way along. If you look under round 8, it will tell you exactly how many stitches you are supposed to have. I will do a few with you. So yarn over and into your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We've done 1, yarn over into your next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 2, into your next, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 3, 4 and 5. If you continue along, I'll show you what to do in your first corner. I'm at my first corner, and into the corners we're doing 2 trebles, 2 chains and 2 trebles. So yarn over into your corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we've done 1 treble. There's 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, and 2 more trebles into that space. Goodness me, I can't do it. There we go. There's 1 treble and 2. So continue trebling all the way along. Your corners are 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles, and if you want to count that you've done exactly the right amount, it will say under round 8 how many trebles you need as you go along. So I'm back at the first corner. You want to do 2 trebles into that corner space. Ooh. Pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 1 and 2, chain 1, and then we need to finish off with a double crochet in our 3rd chain. So you've got 3 chain stitches right at the beginning, which is these 3. I know it's really impossible to see those ones there. Count up 3, go into the 3rd, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both, and you have finished round 8. Last round now, and it's the last round that we're doing in a colour, which is the black, before we move on to our border. So for round 9 you want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're half trebling all the way along to our first corner, and you should have 20 half trebles. So yarn over into your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and you've done 1. Yarn over into your next, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Into your corners you need to do 1 half treble, 2 chains and 1 half treble. So into the corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, there's 1, chain 2, and now 1 more half treble. So continue around, it's 20 half trebles along. Your corners are 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm back at my first corner, not that you can very easily see. Into that one we want to do a 1 half treble. We then want to chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into our second chain. So count up 2, go in through, pull up a loop and pull that one through the loop that's on your hook, and you can now fasten that one off. We're going to be working with the white for our border in the next round, and you can join that to any of your corner spaces. So for me, this square is quite large. I've just compared it to a few of my other squares, and for that reason I am going to do a smaller stitch for my border so it doesn't make it too large compared to the rest of the squares. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know how I do it, but I will explain as I go through. However, if your square is of average size, stick with the stitch that it says in the magazine. If your square is on the small side, you need to do a larger stitch, which is the treble. I'll show you what I mean from here. So for all those who've got an average size square and are going to use the instructions in the magazine, I'll show you what to do from here. You would put your yarn on your hook and chain 2, 1 and 2, and then you would yarn over, go into your first stitch, and you would do 10 half trebles. So 1, 2, 3, and you would just continue along. You'd do 10 half trebles, 2 in the next, 11 half trebles, and your corners would be 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. But I want to make my stitch less tall. So yarn on hook. We don't want to chain 2 because chaining 2 is the height of the half treble we just want to do 1 chain instead, so it's a shorter stitch. So I'm then going to do a double crochet into each of the next 10 stitches. So in your first, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. I've done 1. Next, pull through 2, there's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We need to do 2 stitches in the next stitch, 1 stitch. If you're doing half trebles, do 2 half trebles in the next. If you're doing the double crochet like me, do 2 in the next. So there's 1 double crochet in that stitch, and now I've done 2 double crochets in that stitch. We now need to do 11 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And now I'm at the corner. If you're doing half trebles, you want to do 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble into the corner, but I'm doing the double crochets, so I'm doing 1 double crochet, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. So it's exactly the same pattern, you're just changing the stitch you're doing. So remember, going along, it is 10 stitches, 2 in the next, 11 stitches. Your corners are 1 stitch, 2 chain, 1 stitch, and whether that's doing the half treble or the double crochet, 10, 2 in the next, 11, 1 stitch, 2 chains, 1 stitch. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So final corner of the border round, we just want to do 1 stitch into the corner space. So if you're using the half trebles, do a half treble. If you're using a double crochet like myself, do a double crochet. So into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, chain 2. Whether you're doing half trebles or double crochets, it's still two chains. We need to fasten off now. If you've done a half treble, you need to go in through your second chain and do a slip stitch and fasten off. If you've done the double crochets like myself, we're going into the first double crochet. So go into that first stitch just there, pull up a loop, pull that one through, and you can now fasten that one off. So there you go, there is your issue 54, your Coco Festival Flower Square complete. I'd love to know what you think of this one. Unfortunately mine's a bit skewy, as you can see, it kind of like bulges in the middle, so this is definitely one that we will need to block, because if you can see, if you can stretch it out like that, it looks absolutely fine. So we will be blocking this one. Now, as much as I love the finished look of this one, I love the bright colours against the black. I think it looks amazing. I didn't particularly enjoy making this one. Trying to work with the black on camera is obviously a given that it's going to be difficult, and it just wasn't as enjoyable for me as it normally is, unfortunately. Well, it was until we got to the black. But that's fine. Every square is different. I'm going to enjoy more than others. So leave this video a like if you're still using the videos to complete your subscription, to help me gauge how many are still using them. Leave a comment below if you'd like a chat or if you need any help, and remember to subscribe if you want a notification for when the next video is posted, because I'm absolutely useless at remembering to post on socials that I've uploaded the videos. There's no other word for it. I am a bit useless. But there we go. There's that square complete. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I shall see you all soon. Bye bye.